Hello students, today we are going to learn about the completing the square method by which we can solve quadratic equation. In earlier method, that is the factorization method, using that we can solve only a few quadratic equations but not all. Let us take one example. 7x square minus 5x minus 1 equal to 0. If we see this equation, then coefficient of x square is 7 and 7 and 1 if we multiply, that will be 7 only. Now if we try to see, we cannot get integral factors of 7 whose difference is 5. So here we cannot solve this using the factorization method. So for this, let us see this alternate method, which is completing the square method. Here basically we have to use a plus b whole square identity as well as a minus b whole square identity, which we know a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and here it is a square minus 2ab and plus b square. Now completing the square means if we have few parts out of this identity, rest part by adding or subtracting we'll have to complete this identity, so that in place of the expression we are able to write either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So let us take one example. Say x square plus 6x equal to 0 is given. Now this expression x square plus 6x, this you can write it as 2 into 3 into x. Now if we want to use this identity, that means if you want to complete the square, then here we'll have to add something, and what we'll add, that will be obviously, if we compare a square plus 2ab, so we'll have to add square of this term, that is 3 square. At the same time, this 3 square we have to add right side also, because this is one equation. Now in place of this we can write this as x plus 3 whole square, and here the right side it is equals to 3 square. So now we had this expression, and adding something we have completed the square, which is x plus 3 whole square, and this is the basic steps to complete the square. Let us take one more example. If x square minus 10x is given, then also again this 10x we can write it as 2 into 5 into x, and then to complete the square, if we see this as a square minus 2ab, so this b square, which is 5 square, that we'll have to add both sides. Now in place of this we can write x minus 5 whole square, and right side it is 5 square. So this way the term which is with x, that will have to convert into 2 into some number, so that we can use this as 2ab pattern. If this is plus, so it will go to a plus b whole square pattern, and if it is minus, then it will go to a minus b whole square pattern. Now here we have taken example of even number 6x 10x. If it is odd, then what will happen? Say let us take third example, x square minus 7x. Then what we'll do, this will write it as x square minus 2 into 7 by 2 into x. Now if we think this as a square 2ab, this will be our term b, and this term square will add here 7 by 2 whole square, then equals to 0 plus 7 by 2 whole square. So this term will add both sides. Now we can convert this as x minus 7 by 2 whole square, and right side it is 7 by 2 whole square. So this way we can convert the expression to the square formula. Let us take some examples to use completing the square method, by which we can solve these quadratic equations. Here we have taken two examples where x square plus 6x minus 7 equal to 0, and next one is x square minus 7x minus 2 equal to 0. The difference between these two sum is, here with x we have 6 which is even number, and here with x we have 7 which is odd number. So let us see how to deal with both. As earlier we have shown how to convert the terms to square form, where you can use a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square identity. So for this, first step will be the constant number will shift right side. Then next, the number with x will convert into 2 into a into x pattern. So here it is 6. So in place of 6, we can write it as 2 into 3 into x. Then next, whatever term is there in between 2 and x, so here it is 3, that number square we have to add both sides. It means in between 2 and x we have 3 here, so 2 into 3 into x, this 3 square will add both sides. 3 square equals to 7 plus 3 square. So in between 2 and x we have 3, we have add 3 square both sides here, and then now this will convert to x square minus 2 into 3 into x plus 3 square, that means x plus 3 whole square. So it is x plus 3 whole square, and right side it is 7 plus 3 square, it is 9. So then x plus 3 whole square equals to 16. Now if possible, in place of this we will write square root of this number, or else we will keep as it is. So here 16 means we can write it as 4 square equals to 4 square. Next step, this square will remove from left hand side. So then right hand side we will have to write plus minus root over 4 square. So it will be x plus 3 equals to plus minus root over 4 square, means 4 will come, and now we will have the value of x, which is plus 3 will go right side, so minus 3 plus minus 4. So this will segregate into two parts. X equals to minus 3 plus 4 or x equals to minus 3 minus 3 minus 4. So then x is 1 or x is minus 7. So we'll have two value of x. One is x equals to 1 and next is x equals to minus 7. Now parallelly, let us see the second example where this was odd number. So here also x square minus this 7x somehow we'll have to make into 2 into some number into x. So from 7 we cannot take 2 as a factor. So in this case we'll write it as 2 into 7 by 2 into x, and this minus 2 will shift right side. Now as earlier, this 7 by 2 is in between 2 and x. So 7 by 2 whole square we have to add both sides. So then it will be x square minus 2 into 7 by 2 into x plus 7 by 2 whole square. Same time we have to add right side also, 7 by 2 whole square. Now here in between 2 and x we have 7 by 2, so we have add 7 by 2 whole square both side. And in the previous example you can see this was 3, so we have added 3 square both side. So that we'll have to see in between 2 and x whatever number is there, that square we have to add both side, so that we can complete the square like this. So then next also same. So this will also be x minus 7 by 2 whole square, because this is minus, and right side 2 plus 7 square is 49 by 4. Then x minus 7 by 2 whole square, same, here we'll take LCM, then this will be 57 by 4. Now 57 by 4 has no square root, so then we'll write it as x minus 7 by 2 equals to, this square will remove and right side we'll have to write plus minus root over 57 by 4. And the next step, this minus 7 by 2 we will have to shift right side, x equals to plus 7 by 2 plus minus 57 has no square root, we will write as 57 only, divided by 4 has square root, so we will write it as 2. Now this will segregate into two parts. Then you can write as x equals to 7 by 2 plus root over 57 by 2, or x equals to 7 by 2 minus root over 57 by 2. So we can join them together, 7 plus root 57 by 2, or x equals to 7 minus root over 57 by 2. So this will be two values of x. We have taken two more examples to solve the quadratic equation by completing square method. 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0 and 3x square minus 7x plus 5 equal to 0. Now the difference between these two example and previous example I'll show. You can see here in this equation coefficient of x square was 1, but here coefficient of x square is there, some number. And then the next example also same that I took earlier, no coefficient of x square, that means 1. Here we have coefficient of x square. So for this kind of equation, first we'll have to shift this coefficient of x square right side, or somehow we'll have to remove this. For this, we'll divide the equation both sides by this coefficient of x square. So here it is 2, so we'll divide both sides by 2. And in the second equation, this is 3, so we'll divide the both sides of the equation by 3, so that x square is free of coefficient. So we have divided both sides by 2, then this will become 2x square by 2 minus 5x by 2 and plus 3 by 2 equals to 0 by 2, that means 0. So then this will be x square minus 5 by 2x equals to minus 3 by 2. This constant we have shift right side. Now the number with x is 5 by 2. So here also this term somehow we'll have to convert to 2 into some number into x. So we need to get 1 2 here. So for this, if we write it x square minus we need 1 2. So if we write 1 2 here, then this denominator must be 4. That means same time we will have to multiply 2 with denominator also, so that it is equal, because if we cancel 2 and 2, so it will be 5 by 2 only. So in place of 5 by 2, we have written 2 into 5 by 2 into 2 into x. We have written this because we need 1 2 here to complete the square. So right side will be same here, minus 3 by 2. Now this will be x square minus 2 into this 5 by 4 and into x equals to minus 3 by 2. Now as earlier, in between 2 and x we have 5 by 4. So along with this expression we have to add 5 by 4 square in the both side of the equation. So let us add this. X square minus 2 into 5 by 4 is there with x, so plus 5 by 4 whole square, and same time we will add this right hand side also, 5 by 4 whole square. Now this will be converted to x minus 5 by 4 whole square, and that will be minus 3 by 2 plus 5 square 25 by 4 square 16. And then next step we will take LCM. LCM of 2 and 16 will be 16. Then simplifying this we will get 1 by 16. Next step we will write x minus 5 by 4 equals to, this square will remove and right side will get plus minus root over 1 by 16. Then next minus 5 by 4 will shift right side, so equals to 5 by 4 plus minus this 16 square root is there, so you can write it as 1 by 4, and finally we have two value of x. So therefore x equals to 5 by 4 plus 1 by 4, or x equals to 5 by 4 minus 1 by 4. And then simplifying we'll get LCM is 4 only, so 5 plus 1 6, 6 by 4, or here 5 minus 1 4, 4 by 4, so x equals to 3 by 2, or x equals to 1. So this will be the answer. Now let's see the next example, that is 3x square minus 7x plus 5 equal to 0. So we'll follow the same steps that we have done here. First, we'll divide this equation both sides by 3, as here we did it for this coefficient of x square, that is 2. We divided both sides by 2, and then x square minus 5 by 2x equal to minus 3 by 2. So here this part we have converted to 2 into some number into x. So same thing we'll have to do here also. So let us see. We have divided both sides by 3, then distributed 3 with each term, and right side 0 by 3 equals to 0. Now this will be x square minus 7 by 3x, and this 5 by 3 will shift right side, equals to minus 5 by 3. Then as earlier, this term we have to convert to 2 into some number into x. So this will be x square minus 2 into 7 by, along with 3 we will have to multiply 2, because we have multiplied 2 here also. So that this is again 7 by 3 equals to minus 5 by 3. And now this will be x square minus 2 into 7 by 6 into x equals to minus 5 by 3. Next step, in between 2 and x we have 7 by 6. So this 7 by 6 square we have to add both sides. So then this will be x square minus 2 into 7 by 6 into x plus 7 by 6 whole square. Same time we have to add 7 by 6 right side also. So 7 by 6 whole square. Now this will be x minus 7 by 6 whole square identity, because you can see it is x square minus 2 into 7 by 6 into x plus 7 by 6 whole square. So we have written this, and right side we have to simplify. So this will be minus 5 by 3 plus 7 square 49 by 36. Then let us take LCM. LCM of 3 and 36 is 36 only. So 3 12s are 36, 12 5s are 60, minus 60 and then plus 49. So this will be minus 60 plus 49, to 60 is greater, minus sign. So then minus 11 by 36. In the next step, when we'll write x minus 7 by 6 equals to, removing square we'll have to write root over. So plus minus root over minus 11 by 36. Now here we have problem, because this is not a real number. We know that square root of negative is not a real number. So this we cannot proceed further. So for this kind of condition, we have to see whether each equation has real roots or not. Because this is not real, so we cannot proceed further. So for this we must have some condition by which we can know whether the equation has real root or not. So for this we have to remember the following conditions. So these are the conditions: b square minus 4ac greater than 0, it is equal to 0, or it is less than 0. Now what is this b square minus 4ac? This is called discriminant of quadratic equation d, capital D, equals to b square minus 4ac. So if this is the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where obviously a is not 0, then the value of this discriminant must be greater than or equal to 0. Then only we can get real value of x. Otherwise, we will not get real value of x. So it means when it is b square minus 4ac less than 0, then no real roots. Here we can see this example we have seen here. This is negative, for which we cannot get real value, and here only we have this condition, that is b square minus 4ac less than 0. Actually this b square minus 4ac come inside the square root while simplifying this pattern, so it comes here. So depending upon that value we can tell about the nature of roots of this quadratic equation. So let us see, if we take one general equation, that means if we take this quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and if we follow the completing square method, then what happened, let us see. We have taken general quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and with x square we have a. So to remove this a, we have divided both sides by a. Now it will be x square plus b by ax equals to minus c by a. Now, along with x we have b by a, so this we will have to get 1 2 here, so this 2 is multiplied into b by 2a into x. Now in the next step we will have to add this b by 2a square both sides. So along with this b by 2a whole square, we have added left side also and right side also. Now this will become x plus b by 2a whole square, so that you can write here, and right side we have to simplify, minus c by a plus b square by 4a square. So after simplifying we will get minus 4ac plus b square by 4a square, and when we remove this square, right side we have to write plus minus root over this plus b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. And now this b by 2a will shift right side, then finally after simplifying 2a same, so LCM is 2a, and this you can write in numerator, then we will get x equals to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So this can be the value of x if we proceed this quadratic equation by completing square method. Now here we can see in each equation we will get this part b square minus 4ac under square root. So this part will determine whether the value of x is real or it is not real, because if this b square minus 4ac is positive or equal to 0, then the complete value of x can be real, and if it is negative, so we'll get square root of negative number which won't be real, and that is why we have to see this as condition. We have to remember this. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0, then we'll have two distinct real roots. The first condition. Second condition, if b square minus 4ac is 0, then we will get two equal and real root. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means negative, so then we will have no real root. So these will be the conditions by which we can tell about the nature of roots of a quadratic equation, which is known as discriminant of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So whenever one quadratic equation is given, to find the roots of that, first of all we should check the discriminant, whether the discriminant is greater than equal to 0 or not. If it is less than 0, so then no need to solve the equation because it won't have real roots. So let us take some example to find the nature of roots. It's given here, find the nature of roots of the following quadratic equations. So here first equation is 3x square minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. So in the first example, here a is 3, a means the coefficient of x square, b is minus 5, that is coefficient of x, and c is the constant term, that is equal to 2. So now therefore the value of discriminant d, which is b square minus 4ac, and if we put the value minus 5 square minus 4 into a is 3 and c is 2, so it is 25 minus 24 equals to 1, which is greater than 0. Now as it is greater than 0, our condition was when the discriminant is greater than 0, then we have two distinct and real roots. So as a nature of root, we'll have to write this. So we'll write the equation has two distinct and real roots. Now let us see the next example. 9x square plus 6x plus 1 equal to 0. So here value of a is 9, b is 6 and c is 1. So we have to write that. So a, b, c we have written. Then discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac, that is equals to 6 square minus 4 into 9 into 1. So 36 minus 36, which is 0. So if discriminant is 0, then we have two equal and real roots. So this condition we have to write as b square minus 4ac is 0. So the equation has two real and equal roots. Third example, you can see a is 7, b is minus 2 and c is plus 3. So then value of discriminant after solving we get minus 80. So since it is less than 0, so then as per the condition, therefore the equation has no real roots. So this way we can find the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. For your reference, I have done question number 2 from exercise 4.1 of NCERT book. The first question is related with area of a rectangular plot where area is given 528 and it's given that the length is 1 more than twice its breadth. It means if the breadth is x, then the length will be 1 more, that means 1 plus, then twice, that means 2 times into x. So this is the length and x is breadth. So area of rectangle is L into B. So multiplying this, we have got the expression and which is the required equation. Here as per the question, we have only to make the quadratic equation. So this will be the answer. Second question is about the consecutive integers. So it's given that product of two consecutive integers is 306. Consecutive integers means the serial integers. It means if one is 7, next one will be 8, or if one is 12, next one will be 13. So next term will get adding 1 with the previous one. It means if 1 is x, next one will be x plus 1, and then their product will be 306. Multiplying will get the equation. Third number question is about the Rohan's present age and his mother's age. In question it is given that Rohan's mother's age is 26 years more than Rohan's age. So if Rohan's age is x, then his mother's age will be x plus 26. And in question it's given that product of their ages after 3 years will be 360. So after 3 years Rohan's age will be x plus 3, and after 3 years his mother's age will be x plus 26 plus 3. So then next it will become x plus 29. So according to question, their product will be 360. So multiplying x with this term and the next 29 with x plus 3, and then adding we'll get this equation, x square plus 32x minus 273 equal to 0. Number 4 is about the speed and distance question. So remember, whenever speed distance question is given, we'll try to find both the time, the usual time and the changing time, because in this kind of question speed is changed, maybe speed is increased or maybe speed is decreased. So if speed is increased, then we'll have to add the increasing speed with the earlier one, and if it is decreased, then we have to subtract. And we'll use here this formula, time equal to distance by speed, because speed is distance by time. So using this we can get the usual time. Here the distance is 480 kilometer, so the time will be 480 by the speed that we have assumed. And next, here as per the question, the speed is decreased by 8 km per hour. So then new changing time will be 480 by x minus 8. So as the speed is decreased, it will take more time. So here we have written new time, which is more, minus the old time, equals to 3, as the difference of time is given 3 hours. So we have to make this kind of equation, more time minus less time. If the speed is increased, then it will take less time, and in that case this term will come next and the usual time will come first, and then accordingly you can make equation. Now you have to take LCM and simplify. Taking LCM and multiplying, we can get this much equals to 3, and now we'll cross multiply 3 with the denominator. Here 480x and 480x will be cancelled out, so on this part only left, so 3 into this equals to 3840. Then from here we have taken 3 common and we have divided right side, so x square minus 8x minus 1280 equal to 0, which is the required quadratic equation. Thank you.